Hello everyone and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at part 2 of having a conversation with ChatGPT. Now, Matt, after part 1, I was really amazed with the things ChatGPT can do, right? It can write stories, and I heard that it can even write poems, it can write scripts for plays, even maybe for movies too, right?
Yeah, I think there's so many things ChatGPT can do. It's probably going to make a lot of jobs not so useful for people anymore. If ChatGPT can do them.
You are right. So that means a lot of people will be replaced by ChatGPT and they will be out of jobs.
That's right.
Oh no!
Hey,
like musicians?
What about
artists?
What about our job?
Do you think we can be replaced too?
I don't think a robot can be more charming than me.
I don't know. With our technology these days, I think maybe they can, have a better Matt or better Karen.
Well,
oh no, now I'm really worried.
I'll soon be a famous YouTuber, so it's okay, I think, for me.
So maybe I should start my YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope they don't replace us.
ChatGPT does more than answer questions. You can have it explain hard subjects to you like a child. You can tell it to write songs, poems, and reports.
So we are looking at part 2 of having a conversation with ChatGPT. So today we will be learning more about this amazing technology, right?
Yep, so let's get into the article. ChatGPT does more than answer questions. You can have it explain hard subjects to you like a child.
Wow, really? You can have it explain hard subjects to you like a child. But what's a subject?
A subject is a theme or topic. It's what something is about. We'll also talk about subjects as in school subjects, so things that you learn in school. So someone might say, my favorite subject is science.
That's true. I wouldn't say that.
So a subject can also be what something is about. So for example, the subject of this article is ChatGPT.
That's right. But it says that you can have ChatGPT explain hard subjects to you like a child. That means that they can explain something really hard and then turn it into something really easy for you to understand. So back in school, did you have a favorite subject, or did you have a subject that you felt it was really difficult or hard?
I always thought a hard subject for me was math.
Oh, same here.
Especially like algebra, when they're bringing in letters and numbers together, and I don't know what's going on.
How about calculus?
Calculus was too hard for me. I didn't even try to take that subject.
I thought calculus was really difficult, but I really loved music and art. So music and art were my favorite subjects. Okay, let's continue. You can tell it to write songs, poems, and reports. That's pretty amazing. A lot of songwriters out there would be out of jobs soon, right? And also poets. Well, let's look at poets and poems. A poet is someone who writes poems. And a poem is a noun, and basically it's a piece of writing that's using imaginative words to share ideas, emotions, or a story with the reader. So the person who writes the poem is called a poet. And I can share a poem right now. Roses are red, violets are blue. Here is something I want to say to you. I love you. There you go.
Very sweet, Karen. Nice poem. Or another poem, I could say, you're a poet and you didn't know it.
That's right.
So ChatGPT can also write reports. A report is a piece of writing that gives more information about a certain topic or subject. So we often talk about reports as something that a student might have to write for homework. For example, for science class, you might have to write a report on earthquakes.
That's right.
You may need to write a report on the history of Taiwan.
That's right. And you may also have to write a book report after you read a book. So the teacher can understand that you really know what the story is about. But wait a minute. If ChatGPT can do all of that for you, does that mean all the students can just go to ChatGPT and ask the chatbot to do the reports for them?
Wow, that would be cheating, Karen. I don't think any of our watchers are people that would cheat.
That's true. Because if you do it by yourself, you can actually use your own creativity, right? And you also exercise your critical thinking skills. You learn to think by yourself, right?
So you can get better at writing and better at thinking if you do it yourself.
Okay, and it's time for a short break, and we will be back to learn more about ChatGPT.
Also, you can ask ChatGPT to advise you. It can provide you with relationship advice, tips on preparing for interviews, and more. ChatGPT sounds great, doesn't it? However, just like people, ChatGPT isn't perfect. It sometimes makes mistakes, gets the facts wrong, and makes up answers. ChatGPT can be a useful tool. If you do use it, remember to check its answers.
Welcome back. We have just learned about how ChatGPT can explain difficult subjects to you as if you were a child, and it can even write things like songs, poems, or reports.
That's right. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Very amazing.
Okay, well, let's continue. Also, you can ask ChatGPT to advise you. Okay, so we're looking at this vocabulary word here, to advise, and that is a verb. So, to advise someone, basically you're giving them advice, basically like an idea or suggestion of something that they should do. So, I can say, my parents advised me to save some money. That means they're giving me a suggestion that I should save some money. So maybe it will be easier for me when I grow older.
That's right. And the two words, the verb advise, but the noun is advice.
That's
so
right.
when you advise someone, you give them advice. Okay. So the article continues. It can provide you with relationship advice, tips on preparing for interviews, and more. ChatGPT sounds great, doesn't it?
It certainly sounds like a great friend.
That's right. So we have a word there which is relationship. So relationship is a noun and it just means how two or more people are connected. So when you're asking for relationship advice, you might be asking about how to fix a problem with a friend or girlfriend or boyfriend. So often when we say relationship advice, we mean things to do with a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Like a romantic relationship, right? Well, can I ask you, Matt, would you go to ChatGPT for some relationship advice?
I think maybe with some, difficult problems like, how to break up with someone without
hurting them?
Without hurting them in a nice way.
Okay, then you would go to ChatGPT.
Say like I'm sick and I'm going to die soon, or something like that.
Okay, that's not a good excuse.
Well, maybe ChatGPT has some better advice for me.
That's right. And we also talked about how ChatGPT can give you some tips on different things. So a tip, that is a noun. Basically, that's a piece of advice or suggestion that someone may give you to help you do better at something. So for example, I could ask you, can you give me some tips on writing stories? That means, can you teach me how to write stories so my stories can sound better?
So ChatGPT can also help you with interviews. So an interview is a conversation where one person is asking questions to get more information. So one kind of interview is a job interview. A job interview means that you go to talk to the person who is offering the job, and they will ask questions to find out more about you and if you can do that job well.
That's right.
So ChatGPT can help you to prepare for those interviews.
Okay. However, just like people, ChatGPT isn't perfect. It sometimes makes mistakes, gets the facts wrong, and makes up answers. Really? So they can also give you wrong answers too.
Well, I guess we'll need to check your answers. As it says, ChatGPT can be a useful tool. If you do use it, remember to check its answers. So that means remember to go back and look if its answers are correct. Don't just take it as fact every time. It's not always right.
So that means you still have to do your research, right? And we talked about how it can make up answers. So when you say making up something, basically it's just coming up with its own ideas, right? Thinking about it and thinking of an idea on your own. So I can say, I want to make up a story, or someone is making up a lie. So that means they're just making up something that's not true.
So make sure to check your answers when you are using ChatGPT. And that's the end of our discussion today. So we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
ChatGPT does more than answer questions. You can have it explain hard subjects to you like a child. You can tell it to write songs, poems, and reports. Also, you can ask ChatGPT to advise you. It can provide you with relationship advice, tips on preparing for interviews, and more. ChatGPT sounds great, doesn't it? However, just like people, ChatGPT isn't perfect. It sometimes makes mistakes, gets the facts wrong, and makes up answers. ChatGPT can be a useful tool. If you do use it, remember to check its answers.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 poem， 名词诗。Brian wrote a poem for his girlfriend. Brian 为他的女友写了一首诗。 下一个单字 report 名词报告。I have to finish the report by Friday. 我必须在周五前完成这份报告。下一个单字 advise 动词提供建议。The teacher advised James to read some English novels. 老师建议 James 读一些英文小说。最后一个单字 tip 名词小技巧指点。Do you have any tips for the English interview? 你有任何关于这个英文面试的小技巧吗？接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 something does more than 加动词，某物不只能做某件事情而已。More than 是超过不仅的意思。我们来看看这个例句。The device does more than play music and record. 这个装置不只会播放音乐和录音。Device 就是装置。下一个文法 A provides B with something. A 提供某物给 B。Provide 指的是提供、供给，这边要注意介系词的用法，后面加上 with， 再接提供的物品。我们来看看这个例句。The school provides students with free meals. 该学校提供学生免费伙食。最后一个文法 somebody does 加动词，某人的确做某事。助动词 does 在这里是用来加强语气的，表示的确、确实怎么样。我们来看看这个例句。Danny does love Judy very much, but Judy doesn't believe it. Danny 真的很爱 Judy, 但 Judy 并不相信。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Winnie.
And today we're playing Guess the Bear, a game where we each have 3 cards, 2 sentences on each, and a word or phrase, and each sentence has been replaced by the word bear. We each have 1 minute to guess the bear. And Winnie, you're up first, so let's put a minute on the clock. Okay, your first word is a verb. I bear you to be careful when talking about that subject. The counselor bared the student to apply to college early.
Advise.
Yes.
Ooh. I was like, warn? I don't know. Yeah.
Next one is a noun. Just a bear. Get 8 hours a night of sleep. The coach gave the athlete bears on his form.
Notes? Reminders? Recommendations? Opinions?
Let's go to the, let's
go to
pass
the
for
next
now.
one.
Okay. It's a phrase and it's 3 words. This tablet, bear, 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 just take notes. It's also a phone. The company, bear, 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 clean your home. They also do laundry.
That one was really hard.
Okay, the phrase just now was does more than. This tablet does more than just take notes. It's also a phone.
Yeah.
The company does more than clean your home. They also do laundry. And the other one,
Now that you say it.
the noun was tip. Just a tip. Get 8 hours a night of sleep. The coach gave the athlete tips on his form. Okay.
Wow. Okay, now it's your turn.
All right.
Clock. Noun, 1 word. I wrote a bear about the beautiful autumn sky. The bear is written in iambic pentameter.
Poem.
Yes. Noun, 1 word. The journalist wrote a bear about corruption in the city. Did you include all the figures in your bear?
Article?
Nope. Close.
Can you read the second sentence again?
Did you include all the figures in your bear? Close, though. I'm going to move on to the next one.
Okay.
Parents bear their children bear food, shelter, and love. The company bears its employees bear lots of vacation days.
Okay, so it's a phrase, 2 words.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
That's okay. Okay, one more time.
Parents bear their children bear food, shelter, and love. The company bears its employees bear lots of vacation days.
Like provides?
Yes.
Its employees.
Yeah. Wait, you said it. I heard it. Provides with. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, provides with. You said provide, but
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So the one you didn't get The journalist wrote a report about corruption in the city.
Okay.
Did you include all the figures in your report? So they used it in two different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as there were like anything talking about numbers, I was like...